Welcome back, everyone. My name is Revi. I am the desk for tonight. I'm joined here today with Almost Matt, Jick Mike. We will be talking about the Mustangs versus Jaguars. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing great, and what a series we just watched as well. Very, very strong two teams coming out there, but the Geese able to take the top of that one. But I'm doing great here tonight. We have a great Double A matchup coming up.
It's two very close teams, both in the same conference. I think you said that they were both the same division, actually, number one and number two in their division. Um, so, what are your opinions on this match?
I mean, this is the probably their biggest match of the season. They are half a game differential right now, just because the Jaguars have played one less game, or actually
Two less
by
games
this,
there.
it says 2 less games, yeah.
Yep,
Most likely those are rescheduled games that they're gonna have to get in here in the next couple days, but, this is a make or break game. This could be the differential coming into the playoffs of who's gonna be able to get that number 1 seed for the division, and, on the other end of things, it could be kinda tight on the other wild division on if they sneak ahead and, take on that, 2nd spot, that 2nd wild card spot over whoever comes in 2nd place for the Predator division.
exactly. And I think that this game in particular will be super close and will pretty much like determine how the rest of the season and the playoffs turn out. Because I think that if Mustangs take this, that it just sort of shows that they are a really good team and that they shouldn't be messed with, even though they have lost a couple games recently. And
Exa
like they may have
exactly.
lost some games, but they did just lose to the Avalanche, the number one team in Double A. So that's a game that should be sort of you should be a little bit like okay, like that was sort of not expected, but like that's understandable.
Exactly.
Um,
And, the Mustangs also, they kind of are struggling with that third man. They're not really too sure who to play with that third man role. They have, Viper and Hero playing that 1 and 2, and then Chaotic and Zero are switching in between who's playing that third man role. And it really needs to be locked down here coming into later season of who you want to come in being that third man going into playoffs.
I actually believe that Chaotic recently went back to playing within the past
Oh,
couple games, so I think that he will be their third man today. Let me check the rosters. Yes, it will be Viper, Chaotic, and Hero as the starters. And I actually went over a couple of the games with Blue earlier, and about the Mustangs, he said that they're a lot they're tight knit as rotations and positioning. They're super fast, but not extremely mechanical. Um, and they put on a lot of pressure. Okay, so how does pressure sort of turn a game towards a team's favor?
I mean, when you get the pressure going, it really creates more panic there defensively. You're going to have so many more mistakes, especially in the double A, single A level, where defensively, if the rotations are off, there's going to be a lot of miscues and double commits coming in from that third and second man, and it could really be a big struggle for that other end of the field of that team that they get cut off guard, and all of a sudden they double commit on one ball because of so much pressure and panic coming in, and then they get that easy rebound goal where it's probably free in that back end of the post.
Okay, so creating pressure is a huge part of the game. Um, but would you say that defensive rotations are more important than keeping the ball on their half and keeping pressure on? Like, what would you say would be like the more important, like making sure that you don't overcommit or putting pressure on?
So on the defensive end, you really don't need a complete pressure. You want to at least have one man on the ball at all times, but you don't need full out pressure consistently having one man on the ball the entire time. It's more about making sure there's the rotations that are properly in place. One guy's in between the shot and the goal, the other guy's backhand post, and the other guy's roaming around where he needs to be in that front hand post or in midfield, and really able to take off those passing attempts in midfield. So I think it's mainly the rotations defensively that are really going to make or break a defensive team and make that great defensive team an amazing team defensively.
Okay, so so defensive rotations are important. Um, but one thing Blue and I both noticed is that both the Jaguars and the Mustangs tend to go have the habit of going back for hundreds when they could pick up pads instead and turn and they could have a more tight rotation and they don't have to full rotate every time they run out of boost. Do you think that that is a big part of losing pressure on offense?
Yeah. So if you're able to pick up that boost pad on your defensive end, it's really going to hinder the offensive ability, being able to rotate back into the play and making sure that offensively that team can have those consistent pressures and the consistent plays on the ball to get a good shot on net, or even to make sure that shot is on target on the net. Especially if they're being forced to collect those mid boosts, they're really hindered on which kind of angle they can really get a shot on net, as well as if they can get to the ball quick enough.
Okay, so now to the other end of the field, the Jaguars, right? What we noticed in this game that we watched, I don't remember the team that they were playing, but Jaguars, they their third man tends to push up a lot, and they tend to just go for stuff that they shouldn't instead of just fake challenging or just backing up, and it puts them in really poor positions a lot of time when rotating from offense to defense. Excuse me. Um, their mechanics are super good, but their aggressive third man or even just like an aggressive first man is just putting them in out of position, putting them in poor position, setting the other team up for really easy goals. How can the Jaguars avoid this in the future?
I mean, that really all stems off of the rotations. And, you can have that aggressive third man and keep up that pressure as long as you make sure that that man rotating out can be able to get back in time to make a save. You know, it, you really can be a good offensive team with that third man, be creating a lot of pressure. They don't really have to be too passive. It really stems off of the man rotating out, making sure that he's not going for that boost in the corner. He's making sure he's getting the pads coming out or going for that mid boost rather instead.
So a lot of these issues that both of these teams have been showing can be accounted for in some of their losses, right? And a big part of this would be the instead of grabbing pads or the mid boost, they're going all the way back for their back corner boost, and that sort of puts their third man in a bad spot and just gives up free goals sometimes, right? And of course, so every once in a while, you're going to have like just that lapse in judgment where like, oh, I think I can grab this boost, and you just can't realistically. And that's reasonable to every once in a while. But when it's like you're noticing it three, four, or five times a game, that's starting to get out of control. And I think that a lot of these double A teams and lower can work on that. Just instead of going all the way back for boost, work it on grabbing little pads here and there. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, I think that's correct. And I think the most thing is, you can have that a couple times a game, two, three times a game. But once you get more than, three or four times a game, it becomes consistent. And at this level, teams can pick up on that and kind of start to realize, hey, this guy's always going back for boost, or this guy's always pushing up and creating too much pressure. And they're going to be able to find a way to score on those types of teams. So you really have to make sure you're not uh, becoming too consistent of what you do and too predictable.
Okay, okay. And would you say that being predictable in this way is a hindrance to a team's performance, or if you are consistent enough at scoring that it doesn't really matter?
If you're consistent enough in scoring and making sure that the first two men, instead of relying on that third man to be there to take control or to leave a ball and hope for him to have a shot on that rather than you, or you be able to get the dribble in midfield, they can easily pick up for what you leave off of not being on the field in time. But it's really tough for a team to kind of rely on that at this level, in my opinion, just because it seems like they might not have enough mechanics to be able to rely on that alone.
Okay, so how do you think this series is going to play out? Like, what do you think the scoreline is going to be?
I feel like it's going to be very close. We're going to definitely go to a game four, maybe even game five, seeing as both these teams are striving for that playoff spot right now. And this is a make or break moment for either team. And the Jaguars being 2 games down, uh, that they have to make up later on. You don't really know what's going to happen with those 2 games, so they really need this win if they're going to push themselves to playoff contention.
Um, so would you say that this would be a Jaguars or a Mustangs win?
I'm going to say this is going to be a Mustangs win just because it feels like they have a little bit less pressure. And as both these teams being two great teams overall, I think not having as much pressure on this being a mandatory win could lead them to victory.
Okay, so I'm actually going to agree with you. I'm going to say this is going to be a 3-1 Mustangs. I think that Hero and Viper are going to be able to carry this team as first and second man and just absolutely put some amazing goals on net. And I don't know. We'll see how this ends. Well, I think I'm going to pass it off to the casters now. Tachi, Magic Mike. Or Magic Mike, you're still here, but
Yes, we are. He's kind of a multi-talented person. So
yes, he is.
When we need him. Magic Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great. And as you know my prediction going to this game. Itachi, what about you? What's your prediction going to this? Do you think it's going to be a Jaguar or a Mustang victory?
I think the Jaguars are taking this. I just think they're gonna play super well. The Mustangs are pretty good too, but I just kind of want the Jags to win. But it's anyone's game. It's the name of the game. So. All right, and we'll get right on into it. Hero Messiah on the kickoff. Here we go. Gonna go in favor of the Jags. Justin will be off the ceiling. It's gonna require 2 members from the Mustangs. Big touch by Viper, but a double commit on defense. Hero's gonna have to do a lot here. Oh, pieced him.
And right now, Justin's kind of taking control of this field. He had an amazing air dribble to almost create a great opportunity offensively, and then he takes out that man who was the only one to get any sort of pressure going, and really leads to a good clear from the Jaguars, and really going to look to see if Justin's speed is able to carry his team to victory right now.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just the case. Typically, players named Justin are just naturally better, as we see on other hordes. Oh! Look at this.
All right, then. The Mustangs coming out off of 2 demos. Chaotic taking out Hero there and passing the midfield for Viper to be in the exact location he needed to be on that near side post and sneak it past that remaining defender on the Jaguars. And Mustangs are coming out on top here early on in this game 1. Oh, yeah. Okay.
A little fakey? Okay, Hero.
Okay.
Okay, and that's a 2-goal swing just like that. Hero goes up for this and just fakes a flip. I think, yeah, he actually got it, but Justin just didn't think that was going to be the touch. So have another go at it. Maybe the Jags can bounce back.
And as long as you use that flip before you touch the goal, it doesn't matter if you touch it again. It counts as a flip recycle. That's my opinion. Always.
Yeah, 100%. It doesn't matter, even if it doesn't go in, it's a flip recycle. Trust.
Exactly.
Oh, big touch. Justin will take control of this.
Yeah, it looks like the Jaguars are in a little bit of a too big a sticky situation right now, as it seems like the Mustangs' rotations are too tough to handle right now.
Yeah, it seems the Mustangs are just outpacing the Jags a lot right now, so they're all just kind of going for everything that they think they need to. So now that we see them with a bit more space, yeah, right there.
And just as we were saying before, Justin kind of carrying this team, gets that redirect off the pass from CXL to the bottom right corner. And yeah, Viper, this is the energy Justin here showing up tonight.
Yeah, that was a really good goal. Big redirect. Chaotic don't have that save. Hero looks to move into their half. Kind of extends the play for him. Chaotic takes the dribble. Allows Viper to move in. Here can be there, but Messiah's going to have the clear now. Mustang's got to be careful here because there's only one back, but a smart challenge and another challenge by Chaotic. Has a chance. Justin wins the one-on-one. Chaotic?
Right now, it kind of seems like Jaguars need to rely on the speed from Justin right now. They have to play around him and let him kind of chase a bit, as it does seem like he's able to kind of overpower and break out of the rotations from the Mustangs. But it's kind of tough to rely just on one player for so long.
Yeah, and it's kind of why for solo players it gets really hard when you have to just solo carry the games, because sometimes your teammates rely so much on you that if you're not going, then they just won't play well, because it's just how it is when you're relied on. So Justin's Jags will be moving the ball. We haven't seen another goal from aside from early on, what do you think the Jags need to do to turn this game around? Aside from just relying on Justin, do you think we're gonna see some infield passes, hopefully, or?
I would like to see some passing plays, but it really doesn't seem like they have those passing lanes right now. The Mustangs have kind of locked down midfield and stopped any sort of passing opportunities coming out from the Jaguars. So they have to find a way to break through that midfield. They can't really keep playing into these corners offensively every single time, as it kind of seems like it's becoming too predictable right now for the Mustangs.
Well, this is a good little passing play, but it won't amount to anything. As soon as they had the pressure, the Jags just backed right off. So that's dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah, Viper's
no.
right there.
Viper picking that one off at midfield from an unfortunate touch here from Justin, passing it directly down to him in front of his own net. And he's got to know that he has a little bit more time and play that one in the corner. He kind of seemed a little bit too panicked there on that back wall.
Yeah, and Hero's going to have another touch towards net. Messiah's going to miss it. And it seems like the Mustangs just came out of the gate a lot hotter. Another one. Big chance.
Almost.
Yeah. A lot hotter than the Mustang. Well, it's right back there.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, it seems like it's too much for the Mustangs right now. They have had such a strong rotation here offensively, and it seems like they're consistently taking shots on net. They don't care about passing plays right now. They don't care about playing it down in the corner. They're just trying to fire it off on net or make it go towards the net as much as possible and really hope that there's no one left to stop the ball there for the Jaguars.
Yeah, as we see just more Mustangs offense. So a minute left in this game. I think the Jags just gotta maybe try to take another one for the road, but just get ready for the next one. You really want to bounce back and bring the heat, because a lot of us were rooting for you, so you're making a few of us look bad. Just kidding. As we'll see another one from the freaking Mustangs, dude. These guys they're ready.
Yeah. This one's kind of tough to handle for the Jaguars, but in your opinion, when you come out losing the first game in such a kind of wide margin and kind of being overplayed, what do they need to do to get back into the series going into game 2, game 3, and so on?
I think you just need to play quicker and with a lot more trust. You need to play a little bit smarter as well. Probably talk a bit more than you were talking before. Sometimes when you're down 5-1, sometimes you guys just stop calming, so maybe just come back. Oh, Messiah, yeah, get the one for the road. It's a big momentum one right there.
Yeah, they really need this momentum. The goals really aren't going to matter too much here in the last 30 seconds or so, unless they can, fire away back-to-back goals. But it creates that momentum and creates them just being a little bit more positive. They can't get too down on themselves right now. They got to make sure they come out here and keep this pressure going and don't let any more confidence coming into the Mustangs' way.
Yeah, they definitely want to just keep the pressure, because they can just swing the momentum for the next game. Couldn't think of the word. So this game for the Jags, they scored twice, even when they down. So now they know how to play behind. Maybe the reset of the next game, they'll come back, be a bit quicker, because now they've seen the Mustangs' pace, so they'll be able to speed it up a little bit. In the first game, after you lose, though, I just kind of throw it away, and I just say, all right, get ready for this next one, because it's not happening again.
Yeah, you just got to convince your team and as well as your teammates that, look, it's just a warm-up game. You're just getting ready. It's the first game on stream, so they probably have some stream jitters as well, so it really isn't too big of a deal losing out on game 1. If they can lock things up and get back into, a good rotational awareness, as, they're a great team overall. They're 7-2 right now and second in the division. They can definitely come back into this game and not allow the Mustangs to run away with it.
Yeah, that would be bad, but the alpha move, go down 0-2, reverse sweep them. Just saying, that's what the real alphas do. It's what the script says. I'm just reading it from the script.
They could prove to all of RLPC that they are the top team if they want to, throw game 2 and go back and win back, sweep out, get that reverse sweep.
It's all about getting in the other team's head. You come out, you throw the game, nobody expected it. Nobody will know what to do. So we'll see kickoff here on Messiah again. Second kickoff goes in favor of the Jags, and Jags are putting one in. Yes, Sirski.
There it is.
Yeah.
And getting that goal off early as well is a huge momentum creation as CXL kind of takes control past 3 defenders and gets that flick at the end of the shot. And this is exactly what they needed. They have that momentum now. They have that positivity coming into this game too.
Yeah, but I also think that the Mustangs will kind of just throw that away. They scored 5 times last game, so unless there's a drastic change in the Jaguar play, double commit right there, but it's okay. Justin taking this. We'll probably see a bounce back from the Mustangs. Messiah. Yes, sir. Never mind.
Oh, this is the Jaguars running away with it now. And I'm not too sure what's going on right now. It seems like a different team coming out of it. They're passing in these midfield. They're finding these open lanes, and they're getting these shots on net early on, and they're winning the kickoffs as well, which is a big thing. And it seems like it could be too much. And, you know, if Jaguars get one more goal, they're going to start to run away with this series.
Yeah, once you start a rock slide, the whole mountain falls. That's what pro CXL. How did you score this thing? How did this go in? He takes a touch off the wall, Hero. He doesn't get a favorable touch, and for some reason CXL just didn't leave. All right,
yeah, CXL, he's giving no space right now to the Mustangs. He's taken over this field. He wants them to know that this is their game to win, and the Mustangs got nothing to stop them. But here's another opportunity now coming out from the Jaguars. Shots on net coming out, and now we have double commits as well coming out from the Mustangs. And, you know, the Mustangs really haven't had too many chances besides that one from the net. You know, but what do they need to do here to come back into this game? You know, the 3-0, down 3-0 with 1 minute in. What do they need to do?
I think they need to start looking for each other more, and not all of them just submit and get trapped in their net. Oh, that was a big chance there. They are kind of playing the Jaguars' pace. The first game they played their pace, and now the Jaguars are playing their pace, and there's another double commit there, so I think another one. Jeez. They're kind of just trying to match the Jaguars' pace. So they need to regain and go their pace again like we saw in game 1, but it just seems like the Jags might be a little bit too much to handle right now, as they're not giving them any space. We're seeing challenges all over the place. Justin's flying around as if he just figured out his air roll button for the first time. But he's just hitting the ball every time, so... Hero? Oh, Viper.
All right. Yeah, Mustangs coming back into it, but I have to agree with you on those things as well. But it seems like the Mustangs are allowing this space as well. They're not getting to the ball quick enough. They're kind of allowing them to make a move first, and then they're challenging. They're not giving out, or they're not challenging that first move. They're challenging that second move and subsequent moves after that.
Yeah, it seems like they're saying, okay, we'll get beat to his initial challenge, but maybe I can get to the second one. But they're still getting beat to the second one, which is, you know, why they're finding themselves down 2-1 right now. Sorry, down 2 goals. Of course, 3-1. I can read, I promise. Please don't judge. CXL. Oh, this is dangerous.
Pass towards the center. Oh, the crossbar. The 4th man coming in clutch there, getting the save, and now the Mustangs are getting back into the zone, but get cut off there at midfield. And I just don't know what's going on in this game anymore. It seems like both teams create so much pressure and opportunity, but then they come back, and it's the other teams coming back straight back with a chance of their own.
Yeah, the counter-attacking by both of these teams is really good. Not so much the last game for the Jaguars, but this game has been really good. They're finding the chances that they need. Yeah, the finishing touch isn't there, aside from the last one when the 4th man came out of nowhere. But that's a big save. Ooh, big touch. Your teammate's mid. Can't get up. Yeah, now the Jaguars will have a chance to put themselves back up by 3. Won't find it. Justin moves into the field. Oh, no one's behind him. This is dangerous for them. Chaotic should have it here now. What do you think the Mustangs need to do to find themselves, or just flick it on that? I guess that works.
I think the biggest thing right now is making sure they get those initial challenges. They're not giving them the first touch and letting them make one move against them and possibly pass the ball straight behind them. You know, they're allowing too much space right now for the Jaguars to play with. And the Jaguars, they're a great team. They know what to do with the space. They can get these easy shots on net and get these openings and find them to secure the goals.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll see that adjustment next game or soon. Oh, this one's gonna bounce across. Oh, Viper wasn't quick enough. Justin will dribble this upfield. He has a teammate in support. Passes it to him. Chaotic cuts it off. Messiah does some, but Viper will be there. Good. Justin will have this 50 though. Chaotic will be there. CXL is gonna challenge. We are going to make it out of this corner. Yeah, cool. Messiah will almost get destroyed.
And the Mustangs, they begin to have an opportunity, but they're getting cut off after the first pass out. You know, the Jaguars are playing great neutral zone defense and not allowing them to get into the offensive zone right now.
Yeah, the midfield pressure from the Jaguars is proving too much this game, so maybe that's what they needed to do. Just cut off the midfield game for the Mustangs, and it might just be free, though. Oh, they charge for the pinch. I like it. Messiah is tucking it.
That could have been an opportunity to secure the game for a 4-1 lead rather than a 3-1 lead, but Justin deciding not to go for that. Maybe thought he was a little bit too risky to take the shot on net there, which was almost wide open with the cutting defender there on the goal line. But it's going to be a Game 2 victory here for the Jaguars, evening up the series 1-1, and it really seems like, you know, if we come back to back and forth games like this, where it seems like one team has full control of the game throughout the entire game, I think we're really going to go to Game 5 here.
Yeah, Game 5 is what we like to see. The back and forth from these two teams will probably come back to bite them, because then it'll be a mental game between the two. And then it really shows who's the most comfortable with each other. So, really waiting. Okay, forgot. Chaotic. Sign up player is always taking like an extra 2 seconds to load in. I don't know why that happens.
It just takes a little bit longer for them to render everything in. Good
Yeah,
shot there from Viper, though, and he could have a rebound here, but cut off there by CXL, and now an opportunity from the Jaguars, leaving it off to Justin for the dribble, looking to pass towards mid, and I really like how the Jaguars are using each other right now. They're not playing these solo plays, not creating solo opportunities, and they're deciding when they should pass off the ball or leave the ball for their teammate. Look at that fake from Justin as Justin goes for a bump on Chaotic, but that's going to be a save there from the Mustangs.
Yeah, and they're just how they position themselves to support each other there's a lot of class to it. There's a lot of respect that these players have for each other. We'll see Chaotic with the touch. Justin will be there. Dangerous.
Almost an own goal from Messiah.
Yeah.
Messiah, though, realizing that he can't touch that ball. Good decision making off of his part.
Justin will have it. No, he fakes it and gets bumped. Chaotic will take a shot, but CXL's there. Messiah can clear this out. Dangerous. Viper should have, though, yeah. A Mustang is there. The Jaguar would be here, but it looks like the Mustangs are finding their way out of their half this game, so it might be a little closer, Justin. Saw him falling. I believed.
Yeah, the Mustangs are getting some good rotations here, though, coming into a minute and a half into this series or in this game. But there has been some double commit issues coming out of the Mustangs, and it seems like they're coming out of the defensive end as well. If they're able to lock that up, though, they might be able to get some better clears and create some better offensive opportunities going in later into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Seen a ping pong back here. This is might be our lowest scoring game. Unless.
I mean, it's nice not to have a blowout, though, in Game 3. It is nice having a little bit of a closer game and more interesting to watch.
Yeah. Defensively, games that are more defensive hero. That was the chance. Justin is going to take this up the wall. He has space in the air. This is dangerous for the Mustangs. It's a big demo, but won't amount to much. Yeah, Messiah is going to get 50'd. Viper should be there. Chance blown away. Justin will beat one. He's going to go back up the wall. It's a free net, but he doesn't have any boost.
He somehow keeps control of that ball, though, and brings it all the way into the defensive zone. Not able to get a pass off, unfortunately. It's going to be a shot on net from CXL. Can't find the net as it's just wide. Looking to keep this ball into the zone, though, for the Jaguars. as the Mustangs needed to get some offensive opportunities. Somehow they've limited the Jaguars to no shots, though.
Yeah, there could have been one right there, but they didn't get it. It seems like this game has the Jags will break out of their half, but the Mustangs will put it right back in and try to find some quality opportunity. Justin, Chaotic was back, and all 3 players for the Jags are up. Yeah, if Mustangs find it clear, this could be dangerous for the Jaguars, but yeah, CXL's just gonna throw it right back in. So we haven't seen much. Maybe some demos and some bumps could come out, or maybe some passes or Justin could just peek. Oh,
Well, the pass off to Messiah, though. Can he get the rebound? Oh, gets cut off by Chaotic. Good opportunity from the Jaguars as they're finally able to get these shots on target now, but now the Mustangs are cutting off here in the neutral zone a little bit better and creating some opportunities.
well, yeah, and the more opportunities the Jaguars get, the scarier this team actually looks when they're on offense. Messiah's there. Oh, big save, Viper. Big save, dude. Oh my. Justin? It's a big 50. Hero should have this. Okay. Best touch, but he gets one. That's all that matters. He'll find a clear out. CXL will give him respect, but he'll actually find ball control after that. Hero will get them for his effort. Vipers finds good 50. Messiah's going to find a decent 50. Hero will clear this out. It's a shot on net. Requires. Oh, yeah, and still nobody scored and not a lot of shots. And I mean, this game just seems pretty even. Both teams not wanting to allow a goal.
Yeah, it really seemed like game 1 and game 2 is both teams showing off their offensives. And then this game 3 has been mainly focusing on their defenses and showing that off and showing who is more stronger in the defensive end of things. And that's going to be the key factor here of who's going to win this game going into overtime is which team has the stronger defense.
Yeah, and we'll see it right here as overtime is about to begin. Chaotic loses. CXL. Oh my god, he faked them both. Imagine. Viper will get demoed. Oh, big chance for Jaguars here. Good spawn. Oh, Justin couldn't make the touch. Messiah can't make the touch either. Dangerous situation for the Jaguars as they find themselves in a one-on-one. Justin's going to turn it around and come back. To this overtime, who do you think is going to take it?
It's very close to call right now, in my opinion. But I'm going to have to give it to the Mustangs. I think the Mustangs, overall, they're the stronger team right now. And it seems like the Jaguars are kind of relying off of 2 players at the moment.
Okay, that was a little weird defensively. But yeah, it seems like the Mustangs gel a little bit more as a team than the Jaguars do right now. Justin, he was right behind it. Justin, oh yeah, the Jaguars find themselves in offense, but not really finding that shot. Oh, this is okay. Yeah, it's fine. I panicked for you, CXL, no problem.
Oh, he almost own goaled it. Oh, that was so risky. Pinching it off his own post, and now the Jaguars, they got to make a move here soon. And we'll see if CXL and Justin are able to top things off here and get a goal coming into this overtime, but it's so tough right now. Both teams are just so strong defensively.
Hero?
Oh,
yeah,
there we go.
Ooh, big play.
Hero finds the empty net.
Yeah, he actually gets a big touch here, and CXL just probably didn't think he was going to go, but Hero just went and took the shot. So, Mustangs 2-1 now. Jaguars looking to bounce back next game. Not really the game that they were used to losing, so maybe the Mustangs are taking a bit of momentum here. What do you think has to happen next game?
I really think the Jaguars need to integrate Messiah a little bit more. It seems like it's Justin and CXL offensively doing everything rotationally, and Messiah is playing that strong third man right now. If they're able to get him involved a little bit more in the offensive plays, it could leave the Mustangs a little bit confused of who to guard and who to break off of defensively.
Yeah, absolutely. So we wait to get in for the next game. Why don't you?
Yeah,
Who do you
but
think is going to be the next big player for the Jaguars aside from Justin?
CXL is definitely going to be the player to watch out for in this game 4. But I would really like Messiah to step up here offensively more. He's playing very strong as that third man, though. It's just offensively he needs to become a little bit more used and integrated more. And then on the Mustang side of things, they're all playing very evenly. There's really no standout player, in my opinion. They all are around the same skill level, and they are relying off each other and playing off of each other very well right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're just a little bit more comfortable as a team compared to the Jaguars, just relying on Justin. Justin's going to find the air dribble over Hero and finds the dunk, but it's a good 50 by Chaotic. Doesn't allow any extra pressure off of it. CXL will deal with this, but it's dangerous for the Jaguars. We'll find a pass. Hero's there. Goal.
And kind of a lucky bounce there off the crossbar, rolling in there near side. But good pass off there from Viper in the corner, deciding not to take a shot at net, as that would be kind of a tough angle for him to secure anything, but knows that there is that mid player of Hero at midfield to get a shot on net. Good play overall coming out from the Mustangs, but Jaguars coming in hot here now, trying to create offensive pressure and get back into this quickly, as Justin trying to leave things off for CXL at midfield. Can't get a shot on net. Now Chaotic trying to break things back out into the Jaguar zone. Shot there just wide there from Hero. And we are back into that back and forth momentum here off of that first goal.
Yeah, and I thought it got it's getting a little dangerous. Messiah? Yeah, this got awkward, man. The Mustangs found themselves on their retreat. Hero got a touch off the backboard, but CXL just slams their whole team into each other. And Messiah just has a free net because of it. That works.
Yeah, two defenders from the Mustangs coming off that ball side rotation rather than that back post rotation leads to an empty net there for the Jaguars. And, you know, that could be the difference maker here in this game 4 for the Mustangs. They need to make sure that those defensive rotations are locked solid and they're not all trying to cut off each other and get to that ball first.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no.
I think that was going to bounce out too.
Chaotic.
Okay. Yeah, Jaguars are going to come out on top now from that unfortunate touch from Hero. That's a tough one to handle too, coming into this game 4.
Yeah, especially when you had to grind so hard for that last game and go down by I know I watched it. That was so close. These guys, man, they are putting on quite a show. Big clear, Messiah's line of late. That's all.
A little bit of a risky touch there. Can't find a shot on net though from the Jaguars.
Yeah, Justin should have. He'll beat Hero, but Chaotic's there. CXL will keep the pressure and allow a chance. Viper should have this. Yeah, he does. No problem. Easy peasy.
And, you know, with the Jaguars kind of locking down offensively right now with full control of the field, you know, what do the Mustangs need to do to create some offensive pressure of their own?
I think they need this shot right here. Oh, that's a touch. It's okay. What I was going to say is an infield pass, and we just saw it right there, but just lacked a finishing touch. So now they just need the finishing touch. They know they can do it, but the follow-up shot has to be there. Dangerous. Yeah, really good touch by Chaotic. We'll allow Hero. Oh, Justin's going to put it right back in to the Mustangs half. CXL take a touch, and Messiah's there, but it's an awkward bounce. Oh my god, what a save.
Let's see if Justin can do anything. Oh, good save there from Chaotic, getting the clear as well, as it seemed like the Jaguars are kind of starting to run things over offensively against the Mustangs. Mustangs really need to hold this ball in the zone, get some pressure relieved off their shoulders, as the Jaguars offensively are so strong right now, but the Mustangs starting to get these rotations going offensively. Jaguars looking to get a clear there against Chaotic, but Chaotic cutting things off. CXL playing it into Hero. Hero with that stop at midfield. Gets bumped, though, as he tries to play that back into the zone. It's going to be shot on. Oh, close one there from Justin.
Saw him lying in wake. Hero's going to find a big clear here. Justin backflips, so here's chance. It's a good touch. Oh, Messiah can't save it. Actually puts it upper 90.
And, you know, good decision from Hero, just shooting the ball on net. That's really what they need to do right now. Make sure they get the shot on net. And, you know, at this level, there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be some misplays, and that ball could end up in the back of the net one way or another.
Yeah, and it's really... Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no. Lucky.
Yep. They weren't even worried, but I was. CXL is going to find a clear. Justin's here. Danger for the Mustangs. Chaotic gets back to that somehow.
Oh, it's two there, though.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work there from the Jaguars as, you know, Justin with the pass off the backboard and then the double commit from Messiah and CXL secures that goal. Would have been really risky, though, if Viper was able to get the save on that one, as he would probably have an open net on the other end of the field.
Yeah. So that's just unfortunate for the Mustangs. Can they turn this in? No! The pass was too hard. Justin can find another clearing touch. He beats one. Have again. Team needs to midfield, though, so here is going to find a touch out. CXL clears it. Justin's here, and it's a goal.
And now with the Jaguars, the 4-2 lead, and having all this pressure as well, do you think this could be it for this game, game 4, or do you think this will be an opportunity with the last 36 seconds for the Mustangs to get back into it?
They'll have a chance. Maybe the kickoff was their chance. Oh, it's done. Yeah, this is done. The Jaguars are taking this game. We'll go to game 5. 10 goals in 3 seconds. I mean, 3 goals in 30 seconds is possible, but just kind of undoable, especially with how the Jaguars are playing right now. So
yeah, and you know, with these back and forth games as well, it's really a coin flip of who's going to win each game. And you know, we're going into this game 5. The Jaguars just won this game. The Mustangs won the last game. We're going back and forth. Do you think the Mustangs will come back off and top things up and get this game 5 victory, or do you think the Jaguars will be the first team in the series to get back-to-back wins?
There's a chance, but if the Jaguars play like they have in their wins, there's no shot for the Mustangs. The Mustangs make a lot of mistakes on defense. Sometimes the Jaguars do too, but the Mustangs make a lot more than them, and we've seen that the Jaguars capitalize a lot better. So we'll see in game 5. Hero's going to change the car, and I will use a button real quick.
And, you know, Jaguars looking very strong off that game, and the Mustangs have shown that they can be a team to beat. They have these passing abilities. They have these passing plays. They are a very strong team, and the Jaguars are too strong. They're too strong as solo plays. You know, CXL and Justin have been these solo masterminds, it seems like, and they have played so well solely to be able to create opportunities of their own and get these rebounds going and get these hard shots on net as well. I would like to see the Mustangs not pass off every ball and kind of rely on their shots as well and getting those on net. But we are going to head off into this game 5 now. Tied up series. These are the top 2 teams in the Predator division, the Jaguars against the Mustangs.
Perfect timing.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that, but wanted to be ready for this game 5. Arizona Arnold Palmer's just go right through you, you know?
Yeah, I feel it. Not sure what we're waiting on. I think everyone's here.
It was Hero's fault. No problem.
No, Hero's here too. I guess one of the Jaguar players isn't here.
Unless. Oh, did Viper?
Justin's not here? Yeah, I think Justin's not here right now.
Lightning keeps hitting the field.
All right, so
Yes.
you predicted the Jaguars were going to win this one, correct?
Yep.
The series at the start of things, and I predicted the Mustangs to win it. Do you still stick by that Jaguars victory coming into this game 5?
Absolutely. We're not switching up just because things got a little sketchy. Gotta have faith. Gotta have hope.
Okay. I still have faith in the Mustangs, though. I do think that they could come out on top on this one. They've been strong, and it's been back and forth. And realistically, or not realistically, but looking at the rest of the games of the series, it's the Mustangs' turn to win this game.
Yeah, I guess they're ready to go now as we get underway. Everybody just wanted to play switch teams. Oh, it's a big 50. Messiah's lying in wake. Oh, big dunk by Viper. Hero will find the touch. It's on
the
net.
shot on.
No, fourth man.
That fourth man, we haven't seen him play since game 1. And now the Jaguars getting this pressure back. Good clear there from Viper to get that one out of the field. Not allow too much time in their defensive end of the zone that we know the Jaguars can lock down and hold for so long, as I think they had a full minute of offense last game, and now the Jaguars playing it off that midfield commit, taking that shot on net quickly off the pass from Messiah. CXL picking that one up.
Yeah, that was a really good offensive play. So Mustangs are going to look to bounce back here, as we'll see kickoff go in favor of the Jaguars. Hero will take a touch. I almost said Hero. Unless, yeah, Messiah's going to win that. He can't follow it up. Viper will be there, but CXL is going to take control. Oh, tactical fake is going to allow Hero to push up on offense. Double commit on defense. CXL needs to be here, and he's not. So it's getting a little bit shaky here for the Jaguars. What do you think the Mustangs need to do so far in this game to take this game 5 away from the Jaguars?
They got to make sure that they can get the ball out of the zone. They've struggled so much in this series on making sure that they don't get caught up for too long in their own defensive zone, and it leads for just them to get negative on themselves and sort of just become panicky.
Yeah, and it also makes this game 5 a lot more difficult because the Jaguars.
Oh, there we go. The pass from Chaotic to Hero in front of the Jaguars net. Look at that pinch off from Chaotic, and Hero beating off 2 Jaguars defenders and dunking on both of them to secure that goal.
Yeah, he changed to the Dominus and made it look like he went to the weight room as he was able to win that 50. Justin is beat by Chaotic there. Chaotic will have another. Hero's here to support him, and it's another goal for the Mustangs. Yeah, ooh, that got sketchy at the end.
This is exactly what they needed. They were able to get that ball out of their zone as fast as possible, and then 2 players both securing that one past the 1 defender on the Jaguars there on the right-hand side early on. And now it's the Mustangs' game to lose here, as we have 3:20 left remaining in this game, and the Mustangs are looking very strong. And that could be another goal locked up there from Viper as he reads that one off the post, and it's looking real nice right now for the Mustangs.
Yeah, this looks like game 1 Mustangs that came out. Jaguars looking a little slow too. It's just like they're allowing themselves to allow that first challenge and trying to play the second one. But the first one's just so good that it's just beating them, and they find themselves down 2. And now they have to start from scratch in their half. But Chaotic's going to be there. Another one in. Bruh. Things are getting sketchy for the Jaguars.
It's the Mustangs' game now. It's their turn to win the series. And it's looking like it, as Hero with a major bump on Justin on the goal line, and Chaotic's able to clean that one up and secure that goal now with a 4-1 lead. 3 minutes left. There's plenty of time for the Jaguars to get back a bit. But do you think it's realistic with just so much, or how well the Mustangs are playing right now?
Yes, I think, and this is the start of it. No, big save. Good job. I think the Jaguars can do it. We've seen them score 5 times on this Mustangs team, but we haven't seen them come back from a deficit this big. So, yeah, the Mustangs are just firing on all cylinders right now. It's looking like a sinker.
It's looking like a lot like game 1 where they come out with so many goals back to back to back to back. And, I think game one ended out being a 5-2 win for the Mustangs. And, right now they've started with more goals here early on, as there's another one from Hero. They are looking way too strong right now for the Jaguars. And that little break there in between games could have been the momentum killer for the Jaguars.
Yeah, and went into game 5. It's not what you wanted to see, 6-1. So there's definitely time to get 5 goals. Jaguars got to play their pace again. It looks like Mustangs are just saying, look, we don't have anything to lose. We want to win this, so we're just going to go take it. And the Jaguars don't really look like they've been wanting to take it as much as the Mustangs. This game looks like they're playing a step slower. So Chaotic will find a good 50, and CXL saves a touch. So what do the Jaguars got to do to turn this game around?
It's very tough for them to turn around at this point. There's another good opportunity from the Mustangs, and yeah, that could be the cleanup goal for the Mustangs with 2 minutes remaining. The Jaguars, they allowed way too much pressure from the Mustangs. They couldn't get anything going offensively. Anywhere where the ball went to the neutral zone, the Mustangs were there to cut it off. They were able to stop that offensive opportunities there from the Jaguars, and it's not like they played worse than the last game. It's more like the Mustangs have just played 200% better than the previous game.
Yeah, so it just seems like it caught the Jaguars off guard, and now they found themselves down 6 goals. So you can't bounce back for next game, because this was it. This was the one that you needed. So can try to get some goals here, but with the Mustangs are playing, I just don't think it's gonna happen. They have too much momentum. They're playing so well. Hero's putting another one on target, so this one might be it. Mustangs might take it in game 5, but overall, Jaguars played really well. I mean, their wins were really convincing.
Yeah, they played very solid throughout the entire series. This last game is not something they're going to be too happy about, but overall, they're able to bring the best team in the league, or second best team in the league, their top team in the division, to a game 5 and play it very close as well. And at times, they definitely seemed like the complete better team than the Mustangs. And you could really see that the Jaguars could be that #1 team in the league when they're on point.
Yeah, certainly when they're playing how they should be. They're definitely looking like one of the hardest teams in the league to beat, but this Mustang teams, I mean, they got this victory, so clearly they should be looked out for, because, I mean, Hero offensively is an issue to deal with when he finds open space, and Viper is as well, and so is Chaotic, because it seems like they just trust each other so much. But, I mean, I guess that's what you get when you play 3 Dominuses.
Exactly. But, yeah, 10 seconds left here now. This is going to be it for the Mustangs. Mustangs cleaning this one out on their turn to win for the series, and they will become the sole #1 team in their Predator division as they take this one off the game 5 in a convincing fashion here with a 7-1 victory in this last game. But you got to give it up to them. You got to give it up to the Jaguars. They played very well. The Mustangs just played tremendous this last game.
Yeah. They got the Brazil early on and then just deadlocked the game. So they were completely in control of the last game. The Jaguars played super well up until this game. But I think that this is a matchup that we'll be seeing again in playoffs. And I think that it might go a little bit differently. I think the Jaguars could take it. But if the Mustangs come out and play like they did in the last game, then no way the Jaguars win. This Mustangs team, when they got going, they were just impossible to stop.
Yeah, and I mean, just look at their shots on net as well. 17 shots on net. That's unbeatable. You cannot lose to a team or win to a team when they have 17 shots on you. That's just an insane amount. And I will look forward to seeing these teams play against each other in the playoffs. It'll be a little bit unfortunate that it'll be first or second round rather than championships, but there are some better teams as well in the AA division. And should be very interesting going into the playoffs of who will be the top team coming out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. So playoffs should be good for that league. I'm really excited to watch.